Well, hey there, good evening, and welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph, and I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to heavy metal, hard rock, progressive rock, and other forms of rock music. So today it's Friday night, so we're doing the Friday Night Live experience. Today I've decided to do something slightly different than I normally do. I'm not going to be reviewing a CD or an album if you prefer. Today we're going to be doing a concert that I've since recently watched and enjoyed. I got it off of the internet and I liked it quite a bit. And it was from a band that I really have had a bit of a history with, that I really liked. Different periods of time I've listened to them more than other periods of time, but I always come back to them because I think they're a great band. A band that's very underrated. A band that's very should be a larger band than they were. Let's put it that way. So tonight we're doing the live concert that they gave in Dublin, Ireland, their last concert that was filmed. And it's, of course, we're talking about legendary Irish band Thin Lizzy. So on this, it was recorded in Dublin, their last concert, which is fitting, I think. It was 1983, of course. That was before Phil Lynot's death. And the length of the concert was about 54, 55 minutes and around there. So not a lengthy concert like so many other bands do, but a nice set too. They did a lot of good stuff that I really like. And it was on the Thunder and Lightning tour. Okay, so playing in the concert, the band was Phil Lynott, a legendary vocalist and bass player for Thin Lizzy from the beginning. John Sykes, a virtuoso guitar player, fantastic guitar player. Many people know him from his playing on the 87 White Snake album, the big album. He plays guitar and vocals here. Scott Gorham, of course, legendary guitar player for Thin Lizzy, and does vocals as well. Brian Downing, drums, and Darren Wharton plays the keyboards and vocals here. Okay, so basically I'm just going to move the set here so I can look at it. I had it over there, but it's a little bit too far out of the way. I just hope it's going to stand now. Well, maybe it won't, so let's get this out of there. So difficult to get props that work. Anyway, so they did 11 songs in the set. They started out with the pounding, crunching Thunder and Lightning, a fitting start to any concert. One of the heaviest songs they ever did. One of the heaviest songs I've ever heard, really. Just a fantastic song. Within like the Lynotts like banging away at the vocals here, and of course the great guitar solo by John Sykes on this particular song. Just like a really energetic start to a great concert. I have to say, basically, listening to the whole concert, I didn't think Phil Lynot's voice was on par with what I've heard in the past. He seemed a little bit off. I'm not really sure. Maybe he was just tired from the tour or something. And his voice didn't seem 100% right. But I chose this concert because it was the very last concert, and I think a memorable concert. The second track, Baby Please Don't Go, I love that track quite a bit. It's a nice fit between the pounding part of Thunder and Lightning and the next track, which is Angel of Death, which I think is pretty close to my favorite, if not my favorite, Thin Lizzy track. And I like a lot of their stuff, but this song, I like it because it's different. It's not heavy like some of their later stuff, but it's not really, I wouldn't say, it's not as, I don't know what to call it, like, I can't say it's poppy because I don't think Thin Lizzy is poppy, but less heavy than some of the other stuff that came later, and heavier than the stuff that came before. So that's what I was trying to get at. Anyways, there's a really good keyboard solo here that you will see on the studio album, but it's done very well by Darren Wharton on this. Fantastic solo. I think it's like cutting edge here on this song. I love the lyrics of this song. it's kind of a darkness to it, and it's a fantastic song, right? Excuse me. Okay, so the next one up is Are You Ready? Another really good, solid Thin Lizzy song. Scott Gorham doing the guitar solo on this. And, I really think that John Sykes really brought that high energy out of Scott for this particular concert, too. Somewhat like Robo used to do with him, but, just like a refreshingness, I think. John Sykes is something, but I thought Scott Gorham played a great guitar solo here. Cold Sweat, which of course is the other song that I think might be my favorite Thin Lizzy track. It was this kind of the song that brought Thin Lizzy into my world as a mainstream band, like a main part of my listening repertoire. Before that, I had only heard Angel of Death and Boys Are Back in Town and Jailbreak, so I kind of knew the band, but this is the song that really got me interested in them. Cold Sweat, fantastic song. John Sykes, of course, doing the other amazing guitar solo on this. Then The Sun Goes Down was the next track on this that they played next. Scott Gorham doing the guitar solo on this one. Emerald, which is a classic Thin Lizzy song. They do that. This is the first song they really do that twin guitar thing. They do that twin guitar thing, and then John does his solo as well. Still in Love with You. This is the ballad on the 11 tracks they did tonight. This was the ballad, and I thought it ended really well with first John doing a solo, and then right at the end Scott doing the solo. So they kind of sawed off on each other. Rosalia is the next track. Another track that is kind of memorable. I like this song. It's not one of my favorite Thin Lizzy songs, but I think it's great in concert, and they do it very well here. Dancing in the Moonlight. Not that Dancing in the Moonlight from the pop song. This is their version of it. It's a pretty heavy bass to start. This may be the best bass song on the album, on the album, and just really kind of a cool song. Not as heavy as some of the earlier stuff, but pretty solid. And then they end up finishing with Whiskey in the Jar. Fantastic. The twin guitar solos here. Just a really memorable end to I think a great concert. If you like that concert experience, I'm not a huge concert experience person. I don't go to rock concerts anymore. It's mostly it started basically my hearing, and then it's very pricey. I don't really like the element that goes on there. There's some elements I don't really care for, and it's really loud. It's funny. I used to play my whatever the maximum volume was on whatever I was listening to. That was the volume I played everything at. My stereo, my guitar, my car, everywhere. I always have it at maximum, but for some reason, the concert thing just didn't sit well with me towards the end. So I do like watching the concerts on videos. I do like listening to live albums and all that stuff. It's just that particular element, I'm just not good with it. So I'm not going to pretend to like something I don't. So, but this was a good concert. I think it was it wasn't necessarily the best concert I've ever seen Thin Lizzy do, but it was definitely a memorable concert. And, if you're going to go out, this is the way to go. I mean, go out in style, right, at the top of your game. So if you want to enjoy a nice hour-long concert, this is the one I could suggest to you. So it's basically the Thunder and Lightning tour, last concert in Ireland, in Dublin, Ireland. And it's actually I don't know if it's the last actual concert that they did, but it's the last filmed one. There's no other ones after that. So I hope you've enjoyed this live experience on Friday night. And if you did, subscribe, leave your comments about what you liked about this concert, or what Thin Lizzy concerts you liked, or what you like about Thin Lizzy, or any other rock genre stuff that you want to talk about. And I had a good time doing this. I really enjoy the lineup, and I really enjoy Thin Lizzy quite a bit. So it was kind of a pleasure to get to do something about them. I haven't done any album reviews or anything on them yet, but so I wanted to do something, and so we're doing a live video on them. So I hope you have a good night, and from Prog Monster, take care.